Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So again, we have one of the most stupid, one of the weirdest standards for the BAFTA Games Awards. So in short, if you want to have an award from BAFTA, your game needs to be as inclusive, quote unquote, as possible. So BAFTA stands for British Academy of Film and Television Arts, and it is an association that gives awards to people in the entertainment industry, especially films and series and whatnot. And it is actually the first time that I heard that these people have game awards as well. So this article from gamesindustry.biz says that BAFTA Game Awards has this plan to make diversity a big criterion in deciding what game should be awarded. That alone is just a stupid thing, because diversity and inclusiveness shouldn't really be shoehorned in a stupid manner, but rather they should come as natural. Like if there is a game in which there is inclusivity and it comes off as natural, as part of the plot or whatnot, then why not? I don't really care. But for BAFTA, every game that wants to be getting this award should be inclusive, again, quote unquote. So I have highlighted two things here. So the BAFTA CEO Amanda Berry says that the goal of the pilot is to fully introduce diversity standards to BAFTA Games Awards in the future. Ben Roberts, the BFI CEO, says that these standards could serve as a framework for more inclusive standards in the game industry. Now let's look at these stupid standards here that BAFTA themselves outlined. If there is anything positive about this, is that they at least are transparent with the criteria that they have. At least they tell us these are the criteria that a game should meet if it wants to compete with the BAFTA Game Awards. There are many standards. So we have standard A and we have A1, lead characters and playable characters. So at least one of the lead characters is from an underrepresented group. It must be someone from an underrepresented group as a lead character or as a playable character in order for the game to win this award. So for example, if we have a game like Sekiro, which has this very specific lore and which doesn't even care about what people do in their beds, it won't get any award from BAFTA because, you know what? It's not inclusive. It doesn't have a lead character or playable character from quote unquote underrepresented group. Again, this is where it gets even worse. For non-narrative games, so they know that some games are non-narrative, and when the games are non-narrative, it doesn't really matter what these characters in games do in their beds or how they identify, because people don't care about that. I mean, at least most people don't. There might be some people who do, I don't know. For non-narrative games where the cast is an ensemble, the total roster of players, characters, meets one or more of the below targets. So in other words, the more it meets, the higher the chances that it will win this award. A 50-50 gender balance. Oh my god, it's really stupid. So it has to be 50-50, like there is no other way. I remember one of the games, Escape from Tarkov, doesn't have female characters, and there was this outrage from social justice warriors saying that why doesn't the game have female characters? It's not inclusive, it's not whatever the case may be. And then the developers told them, look, this game has a specific lore to it. It's not that we don't want to include female characters, it just doesn't work in a game like Escape from Tarkov. That was a very brave answer. They didn't bend the knee. 20% belonging to an underrepresented ethnic group. So we will have this, these people try to claim that they want to be inclusive and whatnot, but when you have these criteria of people from genders and races, what it actually does is just make people more divided. Why should these characters be shoehorned if they don't have a strong role to play in a game? If they have a strong role to play in a game, I don't care, but if they don't, why should we include them, like force them into a game just to appease to someone like BAFTA? It's insane. It's really ridiculous. 10% LGBTQ+, so the alphabet. Now, imagine a game, for example, like the upcoming Watch Dogs Legion, in which you have this ability to control virtually every character that you find in the game or NPC becomes a playable character, then 10% of them should be alphabet people. How is it going to be implemented? God knows how. Again, according to these stupid standards. Like you play with a character and they tell you, you know what? I am an alphabet person. My pronouns are such and such. What is this madness? 7% deaf and disabled. It really boggles my mind and I don't understand what these people want exactly. They don't want a good game, that's for sure. Significant amount of characters featuring regional diversity. Significant amount of characters are from lower socio-economic background. SJW thing here. If you don't have these people and if you don't represent these people, you're not going to win the BAFTA Game Awards. Oh man. It's going to be very hard for you if you don't win this award. It's going to affect your sales really a lot. It's such a shame. And then we have A2 other characters, the total of your secondary characters or principal non-player characters, NPCs, meet one or more of the below targets. Again, the same targets. I'm not going to read the same thing again. You know how it goes. Then main story subject matter. The main storyline, themes or narratives of the video game is about underrepresented groups. Good lord, these people are absolutely insane, and if anything it shows that they are absolutely detached from the real world. They don't know what games are about. They just want to shoehorn their identity politics and to make you bend the knee if you want the awards. And you know what? If I were a game developer, I would really care about sales and not these game awards, because these game awards are an absolute trash thing if they include something like this. And it is not just about including these criteria, but it's like you have to meet them, otherwise your game doesn't mean anything to us and isn't worthy of attention and isn't worthy of winning any award whatsoever. And you will see the same bullshit getting repeated over and over again, so I'm not going to go over all of this because it is just a stupid cringe list that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Then we have the standard B. They're speaking here about things like animation director, art director, creative games director, etc. So the people who work on these games, they should again match these. So we are not here about who is deserving of this job, like art director or animation director or producer or whatever. They should meet these standards. Stupidity incarnate is this list. So you can see here that these people want to get into everything about gaming, like HR, marketing, PR, publishing, recruitment, social media. Everything should include these things like balance and underrepresented groups and alphabet groups. So yeah, if you just scroll down, it's just going to be repeated over and over again, the same trash that doesn't care about talent, that doesn't care about who deserves. And guess what? Just to sum up all of this, I give this list here 2 big middle fingers, and so should game developers do, because it's not about equality, it's not about representation, it's about meritocracy, because there is no sense whatsoever in just cherry picking people according to who they are and how they identify. Anyway, thank you for watching and thank you for sticking along this painful reading of a stupid criteria list that BAFTA is trying to shoehorn in the Game Awards. What do you think about this list? Thank you for watching and I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.